Good day everyone, hope you are doing well. Welcome to our discussion for today in Mathematics in a Modern World. By the way, I'm Andria, Ishi, Deiparine from Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Biological Science. So our topic for today is all about measures of relative position or quantiles for ungroup data. So our learning objectives at the end of the lesson, students will be able to illustrate the following measures of position: quartiles, deciles, percentiles. Calculate specified measure of position. So measures of relative position when presenting or analyzing data sets. It is sometimes helpful to group subjects into several equal groups. A measure of relative position tells where data value fall within the order set. So when data is arranged in either ascending or descending order, it can be divided into various parts by different values as quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. These values are collectively called quantiles. So quartiles, deciles, and percentiles are called quantiles and are the extension of the median formula, which divides the data into two equal parts. The measures of the relative position that we'll calculate are the quartiles, deciles, and the percentiles, and also the standard score. So let's proceed. Quantiles. Quartiles symbolizes with a big letter Q. Divide the distribution into four equal parts. The formula for solving quartiles is LQK is equal to K over 4M plus 1, or LQK is equal to M plus 1 divided by 4. So let's proceed to the deciles. It symbolizes big letter D. So divide the distribution into 10 equal parts. So the formula of decile is LDK is equal to K over 10 M plus 1, or LDK is equal to M plus 1 over 10. So let's proceed to the percentile. So percentile symbolizes letter P. So divide the distribution into 100 equal parts. The formula for solving percentiles is LPK is equal to K over 10 M plus 1, or LPK is equal to M plus 1 divided by 100. So from the word quartiles means 4. Deciles means 10 or decagon. So it means 10 percentiles, which means 100 or percent. So let's proceed. Where Q is equal to quartile means quartiles, D means deciles, P means percentiles, K means location of quantiles, N is the number of observations. So let's proceed to the next. Quartile for ungroup data. So the quartile are the score points which divide a distribution into four equal parts. So 25% of the data has a value of Q1 or quartile 1. 50% of the data has a value of Q2 or quartile 2. 75% of the data has a value of Q3 or quartile 3. So let's proceed to the next. Q1 called the lower quartile. Q2 or quartile 2 is nothing but the median. So median, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the median is 3 kay siya ang nasa middle. So from the word median, it means middle. So Q3 is the upper quartile. Mendenhall and Senkek, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it is a method. So a method of finding the quartile value. First, calculate the position of the lower quartile. So lower quartile is equal to position of Q1 is equal to 1 over 4 M plus 1, or Q1 is equal to M plus 1 divided by 4. So if L falls halfway between two integers, round up. Remember, round up. So the L element is the lower quartile value Q1 or quartile 1. So let's proceed to another one. So second, calculate the position of the lower quartile. Upper quartile rather. So upper quartile is equal to position of Q3 is equal to 3 over 4 M plus 1, or Q3 is equal to M plus 1 divided by 4. Anyway, it is upper quartile, not lower quartile. So if U falls halfway between two integers, round down. Kanina, ang lower quartile is i-round up. Kani diri sa upper quartile is i-round down. So the youth element is the upper quartile value Q3. So Q3 means upper quartile. So let's proceed to the next. So example data sets. 1, 3, 7, 7, 16, 21, 27, 30, 31. So the n is equal to 9. So to find Q1 or quartile 1, locate its position using the formula 1 over 4 n plus 1, or Q1 is equal to n plus 1 over 4 or divided by 4, and round off to the nearest integer rather. So position of Q1 or quartile 1 is equal to 1 over 4 n plus 1, or Q1 is equal to n plus 1 divided by 4. So Q1 is equal to 9 plus 1 divided by 4 is equal to 2.5. So lower quartile man ni ato ang gisolve, so i-round up. So 2.5 i-round up na to siya. So mahimo siya 3. So the lower quartile value Q1 is the third data element. So ang third data element is 7. So it means Q1 is equal to 7. Another example, same lang siya. So to find Q3 or the upper position using the formula 3 over 4, same lang siyang formula, 3 over 4 n plus 1, and round off to the nearest integer. So position of Q3 or the upper quartile, 3 over 4 n plus 1 is, or we can say na Q3 is equal to n plus 1 divided by 4. So 9 ang n. So Q3 is equal to 9 plus 1 divided by 4 is equal to 7.5. So kung ang lower quartile i-round up, ang upper quartile is i-round down. So 7.5, mahimo siya 7 kay gi-round down. So the upper quartile value Q3 is the 7th data element. So Q3 is equal to 27, as what you can see in the data set or the example. Ang ika-7 is 27. So, let's proceed. Linear interpolation. So, it is also a method of finding the quartile values. So, step A1, arrange the scores in ascending order. Step A2, locate position of the score in the distribution position of quartile 1 or Q1 is equal to 1 over 4 n plus 1, or Q1 is equal to n plus 1 divided by 4. So step A3, if the result is a decimal number, proceed for the interpolation. So next, step B1, find the difference between the two values wherein quartile is situated. So step B2, multiply the result in step B1 by the decimal part obtained in step A2. Step B3, add the result in step B2 to the second smaller number, and step B1, sorry for the typo, it's second. For example, find the first quartile Q1 and the third quartile Q3 given the scores of 9 students in their mathematics activity using linear interpolation. So, this is the example: 1, 27, 16, 7, 31, 7, 33, 21. So, first step, arrange the scores in ascending order. So, i-arrange na siya. I-arrange na to ganina na data. So, kung i-arrange na to siya ascending, 1, 3, 7, 16, 21, 27, 30, and 31. So, step A2, locate the position of the score in the distribution. So, position of quartile 1 or Q1 is equal to 1 over 4 n plus 1 divided by, or we can say that Q1 is equal to n plus 1 divided by 4. Position of Q1 is equal to 9 plus 1 divided by 4 is equal to 2.5. So, 2.5. So, step A3, since the result is a decimal, so 2.5 is a decimal number, so proceed to linear interpolation. So step B1, find the difference between the two values wherein quartile is situated. 1, 3, 7, 7, 16, 21, 27, 30, 31. So, ang 2.5 is between siya sa 3 and 7, as what you can see. So, Q1 is between the values 3 and 7. Therefore, 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. So, step B2, multiply the result in step B1 by the decimal part obtained in step A2. So, ang step B1, answer kay 4. So, step A2 is 0.5. Since decimal man to ganina sa step A2 ang answer. So, 4 times 0.5 is equal to 2. So, step B3, add the result in step B2 to the second smaller number in step B1. Sorry guys, sa typo. So, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Therefore, the value of quartile 1 or Q1 is equal to 5. So, let's proceed to another example. Getting the quartile 3 or the upper quartile. So, first, arrange the scores in ascending order. So, 1, 3, 7, 7, 16, 21, 27, 30, 31. Step A2, locate the position of the scores in the distribution. Position of quartile 3 or Q3 is equal to 3 over 4 n plus 1 or Q3 is equal to n plus 1 divided by 4. Basta guys, or basta, ang quartile, i-divide yun na siya sa 4. From the word quartile means 4. So, Q3 is equal to 9 plus 1 divided by 4 is equal to 7.5. So, decimal na sad siya. Since the result is a decimal number, proceed to the linear interpolation. Sorry, nalobat na siya. So, step B1, find the difference between the two values between Q1 is situated. So, 1, 3, 7, 7, 16, 21, 27, 30, 31. So, 7.5 is naka siya sa between sa 27 and 30. Therefore, 30 minus 27 is equal to 3. So, step B2, multiply the result in step B1 by the decimal part obtained in step A2. Same lang siya ganina, guys. So, 3 times 0.5 is equal to 1.5. Step B3, add the result in step B2 to the second smaller number and step B1. So, 1.5 plus 27 is equal to 28.5. Therefore, the value of Q3 is equal to 28.5. So, let's proceed. Okay, I think that would be all for the quartiles. Let's proceed to the decils. Decils for N group data. So the decils are the 9 score points which divide a distribution into 10 equal parts. So decils, divide siya into 10. Ganinang quartile, divide siya into 4. So, let's proceed. Calculating position of decils. To calculate the position of decils, use the formula dk is equal to k over 10 n plus 1 or dk is equal to n plus 1 divided by 10. Example, find the 7 decils. D7 given the scores of 11 students in their mathematics activity. 1, 27, 16, 7, 31, 7, 30, 31, 3, 4, and 21. Step A1, arrange your scores in ascending order. 1, 3, 4, 7, 7, 16, 21, 27, 30, 31, 31. Step A2, locate the position of the score in distribution. So, position of D7, 7 over 10 n plus 1 or D7 n plus 1 divided by 10. So, D7 is equal to 11 plus 1 divided by 10 is equal to 8.4. So, round down. So, may mo siyang 8. So, D7 is the 8th element. Therefore, D7 is equal to 27. Since ang ika-7th na element is 27. Let's proceed to the last one, which is the percentile. So, the percentiles are the 99 scores points which divide a distribution into 100 equal parts so that each part represent the data set. So, for example, find the 58th percentile or P58 given the scores of 10 students in their mathematics activity using linear interpolation. So, 1, 27, 16, 7, 31, 7, 30, 3, 4, 21. Step A1. So, ang first step jud is i-arrange jud nimo siya. If ungroup data siya, need jud nimo siya i-arrange into group data. So, first step, so i-arrange siya into ascending. 1, 3, 4, 7, 7, 16, 21, 27, 30, 31. Step 2, locate the position of the score in the distribution position of P58 is equal to P58 over 100 n plus 1 or P58 is equal to n plus 1 divided by 100 since percentile ang kwaon. excuse me. So 58 over 100, 10 plus 1 or is equal to 10 plus 1 divided by 100 is equal to 6.38. So I round down, so is equal to 6. 58 is ang P58 is the sixth element, therefore 58 is equal to 16. Okay? I think that would be all for today. Thank you and stay safe, everyone.